But for now, until these guys get started, we can probably look at the board to see maybe some early goals these runners might want to focus. The first thing that comes to mind for me is the Pilgrim's Way lore tablets. I think here, yeah.
Clock is earlier than that, actually.
Yeah,
If
actually, you're right.
through the second one, anyway.
Yeah, this is the same.
Strong, looking at those two, honestly.
Yeah, it's the same as the board from yesterday, actually, with those two goals, except there's no green path goals here, so Fungal becomes even stronger, with, like, the two really early goals both being kind of side by side there.
Aside from that, a fair amount of random goals, honestly. The fuck kind of wraps is pretty much just fancy dash.
Yeah.
And then you have a fair amount of obtain goals out there off.
Yeah, there's a lot of grub goals too, so we might see these guys check grubs at the start. I know it's become kind of popular to skip grubs, but with a total of what, 6 plus 5 plus 7, can do math, 20? 20 grubs just in goals alone, it might be good to check.
I don't know, I will still skip grubs though, simply because those two early goals are pretty early. You can check them later after you get the goals, because they work kinda like evens out.
Do you skip Fury too?
I would, but that kinda beats you, so... I guess you don't really wanna hear about that now.
Constant regret. Another thing to mention is, because we have duplicate items on, there are actually 4 total copies of Dreamnail and 3 total copies of Vengeful Spirit, so that obtained Vengeful Spirit goal and obtained Dreamnail goal might happen earlier than you think. Rancid Eggs and Unbreakable Charms. Both the Rancid Eggs and Unbreakable Charms important to look out for in shops, because that's something you typically glance over, but very important for this board.
Yeah, also Paylor.
Oh yeah, yep, 2 Paylor.
I mean, Paylor tends to be very expensive because of how the randomizer works, so it's not really an early goal, but it will still be like on shops and good to keep in mind for later.
Chad is calling me out on my math. Oh my god.
Okay, so I will have lost the race. You'll have to skip. Do you think Kanra just rushes the goals here without checking anything?
I think you just go right to the 2 lore tablets and...
Yeah.
What's the other one? Talk to Cloud, because you get Leg Eater. You get Leg Eater access too. Like, there's a lot of good stuff. You probably check a Zelda and Leg Eater, but after that...
No, yeah, I just mean, after this, you just head straight down into Fungal. You do the Hot Springs bench, and then you continue to Fungal.
I didn't see any Rancid Eggs in here, nor Paylor.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything.
Super useless as Zelda, but yeah, I like skipping grubs here and just going, because you can get straight to Leg Eater, and then you can get those lore tablets and talk to Claw.
Yeah. Looks like Kanra's actually going left for the first lore tablet.
Yeah.
Mr. gets back up.
The save
Pogo. Lads. And meanwhile, Moucheron just skips the lore tablet and goes straight the normal path.
He's skipping grubs too. He's been playing pretty well. I'm surprised he benched in Dirtmouth. If you don't know, it will automatically save your bench there, so you don't have to actually sit down on that bench. But if you never learn that, it's something you always do, so it's something that someone should tell him. But yeah, he gets the double spike too.
I guess the Hot Springs bench added some. Looks like Kanra doesn't even get the Hot Springs bench. She's just rushing the early goals.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense actually, because you can get the Leg Eater bench, and then you can just come back to Hot Springs. Like, these 2 goals can go so fast.
I will still get the Hot Springs bench, but aside from that, I agree, yeah. Then again, I guess you have the entirety of Green Path open to you, so it doesn't really make sense.
Kanra just dipped in acid. Does she check? She doesn't even check Leg Eater, so she's really rushing. Meanwhile, Moucheron is doing this Go Mash Shard, which is a pretty long check. With wings, it's not as bad. Still a little surprised.
Now. I guess Green Path stack, so that might actually be off.
Yeah, Green Path stag could be something to check. You get the stag itself and you get the relic right next to it, so it's 2 super quick checks. And Kanra is almost guaranteed to start up 2-0 here with these lore tablet and cloth goals.
Do you think she'll go back, like... I was talking about the Hot Springs bench, but then I realized that we have the entirety of Green Path available to use, so I don't know if going back to Crossroads really makes sense.
I think in like a Blackout setting it might make sense. But for a Lockout, like, she thinks that Moucheron is in Crossroads right now, which he is. So, like, it doesn't make sense to just be behind him the whole time. And another stag, by the way. So he has, like, 3 quick checks here.
And again, I guess Crossroads also gets you shops, though. And shops are really strong on this board because of the amount of random goals.
Yeah, that's true. I expect her to check Leg Eater too, right? Like, you have to check Leg Eater before anything.
I don't know
So
it before anything, but yeah, you do have to check Legator.
Yeah, so you go Leg Eater, and then I expect she goes Leg Eater. Oh, Crystal Dash. So that's gonna be the Fog Canyon and Crossroads grubs.
And no, because you don't have a way into Fog Canyon.
Don't correct me. Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes you have to do it, you know? Anyway, I think that was Shopkeeper's Key, but I might be blind.
Yeah, it's Shopkeeper's.
Yeah. Also Gathering Swarm, so that's another goal. And also Gathering Swarm is just a nice charm for Geo-based goal boards, which honestly this might be.
Yeah, I'm surprised Kanra's not going straight to Queen's Garden here, but I guess you might be right. Grubs might be faster. She might be checking grubs too.
Yep. After the early goals are already marked, I don't see much of a point to delaying grabs and stuff. I don't know if she actually will, but... Oh, she's just, yeah, actually getting the grabs at this.
Yeah, so this becomes progress toward the 5 grubs and the one in Fog Canyon goal. I'm surprised you don't check grubs before it, but she might just go back and check grubs now, or just completely ignore it.
I mean, you can check them after you have the actual grabs. You already have your progression with Wings. Wings opens the entire map pretty much, so... Unless there's dash, you're not getting much out of it.
Sure, but there could be like an easy goal, or like you say, dash or C dash or claw. Like there's, I don't know. I still like checking grubs at some point now that you have a comfortable 3-0 lead, but Kanra is notorious for just like pounding out goals. Like, yeah, like chat's saying, it's like 5 minutes and 3 goals. I mean, Wings helps a lot for that, but still, like, she absolutely rushed those.
She's pretty okay, you know?
She's pretty okay. You might say that.
Either way, if I'm trying to look at more goals you can get right now, I'm not sure if there's any aside from... No, because you don't have a stall. I was gonna say their mouth elevator. Which actually, no, like, Rare Mouth Elevator is reachable, right? With just Crystal Dash and Wings for Moucheron.
Yeah, he could get that right now.
I don't know if he's informed, because it's not that intuitive.
I mean,
But it is
Kanra's
reachable.
not gonna buy it.
She doesn't have that much Geo. I think it makes sense to keep it until she checks their shops.
Yeah,
Especially
I like not
because we
buying
need
it.
350 to get anything out of it.
I like not buying it now. It's just that, like, because of what we know, because we know that C-Dash was there, I believe. Oh, Cloak and False
No, it
Light
was
too.
on... C-Dash was on Green Path, which is on the mash shop.
Oh, okay, so she's a ways away. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Either way, Moucheron getting dash is big, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, that helps him out. So he's ahead on progression now with Dash and
Don't
C-Dash.
know if Kanra is gonna kill False Knight. I hope she does, obviously, but... I know I won't, basically, is what I'm getting to.
It is
Like, I already
checked.
found progression in Crossroads, so I will not bother killing the Baldur. Which, if she follows the same thought pattern, I'm kinda worried.
Yeah, she could always find something in shops, but yeah, knowing Dash is at False Knight, Moucheron could be in the lead in terms of movement for a while now. But again, Kanra has that 3-0 goal lead, which probably means a lot more than Dash, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, Dash can stack up, but I don't think the match is gonna go on for long enough for it to actually stack up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, plus there are 3 other copies somewhere, and like they're not hurting for movement.
Either way, hopefully she goes to False Knight.
Yeah, I agree. Sprint Master at 7 grubs, so that's a goal.
There's both an egg and a pillar here at Salubra, and also a bunch of charms. I'm having a hard time keeping track of all the charms I need, so
Greed at
I can't
7.
really tell you if any of those were
Dive at
relevant to
23.
work.
So 7 grubs isn't unbreakable. She does not buy Green Path? That wasn't Green Path, was it?
Nothing on Slider. Green Path Stag was on the Mash
Yeah, it was
Shard.
the Mash Shard. Yeah, she can't buy the key yet. So there was an Unbreakable Charm, which goes toward that 2 Unbreakable Charms goal, which doesn't exist. Wait, didn't I see that?
No, yeah, it
Yeah,
does
yeah,
exist.
top right.
Top.
Okay, yeah. That's where I saw it. And a Sprint Master. So 7 grubs actually means a lot. Plus, if you get the 5 in Crossroads, that's... He can actually get to Fog Canyon, too, with Dash Wings. So he could get
This is good.
the All Grubs goal, the Elevator goal, progress toward 2 Unbreakable Charms, and Sprint Master in fairly short period of time.
Yeah, that will actually put him ahead, I would say.
Yeah, considering his
Especially
movement.
since Kanra looks like he's actually skipping full snipe. I
Yeah.
wonder if he'll actually rush that. Once again, the elevator isn't that intuitive if you're not informed, but everything else I feel like is done often enough to the point that pretty much everyone knows.
Yeah, kind of a funny similarity between this board and the board we saw yesterday, both in terms of those two fungal waste goals and the elevator being possible with C-Dash Wings No Claw.
Either
So
way, it looks
Moucheron
like Kanra is gonna continue over to Green Path with no Green Path goals, unfortunately, but still a dense area. This Guardian Stag too also helps. And meanwhile, Moucheron is just gonna check the shops like Kanra did.
Yeah, and Connor will go to Green Path here, so eventually she's probably going to get C-Dash. So if Moucheron isn't quick about this elevator goal, Connor could steal that once she gets up to the Green Path stag, assuming she goes that way.
And yeah,
What
Moucheron
else?
seems to be using an outdated version of a tracker, which is quite unfortunate, honestly, but
Another Rancid Egg there. Where's she going now? Shopkeeper's Key, maybe? Yeah.
probably.
So she'll check Sly. And yeah, we haven't seen this, so there definitely could be goals here. Something like more Rancid Eggs or Nail Art, Unbreakable, Long Nail Market Pride, Dream Nail. Another
Another
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable Charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she doesn't
If
know
she
the one
checks
behind
Grubs
Grubs.
at
Yeah.
some point, doesn't look like she will, but she'll continue to Green Path, hopefully check the stag actually, and then if Moucheron hasn't gotten the goals yet, Kanra definitely will at least snipe the elevator.
Yeah, Moucheron ahead on, like we say, ahead on progression. Another paler for Connor. Ahead on progression, but kind of not going for the goals that progression can give him, which is a hard thing to learn how to do, to be fair. Connor showing off that you can do this, whatever this is called, Mass Shard Queen Station with only wings, and does it very cleanly. That's not an easy thing to do.
So we'll check. I think it's in lazy logic though, right? I
I
don't think
think
that was logic.
I think it is. It's just like really, really max height jumps.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I can agree with that.
Thorns and Logic for Moucheron here. So we're doing different checks for both runners, but Connor will come up to Green Path, start doing some checks that Moucheron already did. Presumably Moucheron will go down to Queen Station, maybe over to Leg Eater and do checks that Connor already did, which will benefit Connor more probably because she will, as we said, eventually get C-Dash.
Yeah, I shall actually rush the goal, unlike Moucheron.
Yeah, I
This
expect
kind
so.
of putting it off.
I don't know if it's putting it off type
At least-
thing or just doesn't know about it.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't know. But yeah, at least Moucheron has the dash advantage, but I'm not sure that's gonna matter all that much at this point. Like, Kanra is presumably gonna be up 4-0, and once you have Crystal Dash, the dash, I mean, obviously Dash is still better than Crystal Dash, right? But it's not that much better.
Yeah, I mean, she won't be able to check Thorns, but as we know, there's nothing there. What does she have? She probably doesn't check Acid Relic either, right?
I mean, you can, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure if she wants to.
I don't know that you can, to be honest. I don't know how you do it.
Yes, you get damage boosted and then you can wings. Kanra
Oh,
definitely
that's-
knows, I just don't know if she actually will show it off, so to say.
I like this from
Either
Moucheron. He's
way-
going to go toward Grubs here.
I'm not sure, man. He's going towards the one kind of grubs that are on the board, which are
Yeah.
Green Path for Novistas.
I mean, I prefer the Crossroads Grubs, but I think it shows that he at least knows that 7 Grubs is a goal, and he's working toward that, which is good.
There's so many other better grubs though. Like any of them on the board.
I don't know. I don't mind the 2 next to Stone Sanctuary.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're quick.
yeah.
I agree, but the others will get you progress.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Crossroads Grubs would be progress toward, again, something that he can do and Connor cannot do until Connor finds Dash, but I don't think she'll find Dash. She'll probably just find Crystal Dash and get the elevator goal, presumably.
She could also find Mismas, or... Well, I mean, if she finds Dash, I was gonna say Shade Cloak, but Shade Cloak requires Dash, obviously, so... There's really much of a point to saying that.
So
Yeah,
Kanra,
looks like Kanra also skips this rub.
she's gonna
She's
show
gonna
off a
quit
skip here. Yeah, if you die in the very bottom left of that acid, you magically respawn up here, and that's high enough to make this guy spawn, wings pogo off him, and you get an extra check up here. Which is the same thing that Moucheron just did, actually.
Oh,
and a duplicate
and a
wings.
duplicate wing. Which is actually 243 Geo apparently, and that's relevant on this set. We
Yeah, the
already
Geo's
killed,
nice.
yeah, we already killed Massive Mouse Charger for the Geo, and getting even more on this set. There's the payload, there's the eggs, there's the unbreakable charm that we saw, and then there's like a million stacks that we
Can't
haven't checked.
Kanra can rush Paler, right?
She has one. I don't know how much the payload in shops was.
No, I don't know how much it was. Yeah, that's
Reptile
true.
for 200.
Oh, there's no way you buy that. Money is too precious at this point. She'll get the grub, maybe? It's a quick grub.
Yeah, makes sense to get it right here. If she gets this, I expect her to check grabs eventually though. By which I mean soonish.
Yeah, and if she checks grub soon, she could beat Moucheron to that sprint master goal as well, and it could get really painful at 5-0. She's gonna go up to the Rancid Egg here, I guess?
Oh, yeah, this makes sense actually. I always forget you can just go down from here.
Yeah.
Do you think she's gonna go all the way to Sports Room?
There's a grub there, and there's also Deepnest grubs on the board. I could see it.
Yeah, you can get progress, but I'm not
I mean, it's
sure
just
if
as
she
easy
has-
to warp back to the
right.
stag.
Oh, looks like she's instead opting to do Overgrown Mound, and they like
Yeah, that makes sense. You're never gonna be
Yeah.
this close to Overground Mound again.
probably better.
So Connor's slowing down a little bit to do checks here. Unfortunately for
Oh,
her,
she's
she decided
mothering
not to.
the actual mount because it's a long check. She's just going straight into the autopilot seal. Moucheron meanwhile will actually get
Does he have
I think that's a 7. I think that's a 7.
Yeah, I
7
can't read
grabs
that
for
number.
Main Master.
Okay,
So
so
he'll
he'll get
that
himself on the board.
goal. An unbreakable grid. Moucheron doesn't have shopkeepers, so he doesn't know that he can get that gold right now. I mean, Kanra will buy a second pillar,
Yep.
so she'll manage to mark that.
And as you were mentioning earlier, shops just in general are really powerful. They can have all these random goals, or something like Shopkeeper's Key that we saw at Leg Eater, which can lead toward a random goal. So a lot of reasons to go to shops early, and Moucheron's still not checking Leg Eater, but it might be where he's going now, and he might find that second Unbreakable. It looks it for sure.
Okay. I thought he was gonna mage warp out, but apparently he thinks twice. Either way, it's kind of unfortunate that Kanra didn't continue upwards over in path, honestly. Like, Crystal Lash was just waiting for her, and she didn't continue.
Yeah, Conra getting actually pretty unlucky with where she's choosing to check. The two horizontal movements being top of Green Path and False Knight, which are almost the only two places that she hasn't checked early game at this point.
They aren't bad checks that she's doing, they are just not the correct ones in the set, I guess.
Yeah,
I
and when you
like that sometimes.
Yeah, when you see something like Queen's Garden Stag, it can often be tempting just to try and check everything past Queen's Garden Stag. Moucheron does
Moucheron
check.
actually buys the Shopkeeper's Key, but doesn't check it immediately. So Kanra still has a chance.
Connor's not checking the Simple Key Basin. I'm sad.
I mean, that's such a long check, dude. Oh, is she going for False Knight?
Or Grubs.
I mean, you get this grab either way, but
Yeah. It could be both.
I don't really see. Yeah, she's going for False Knight, so she'll find Dash.
Yeah, and she'll probably... Well, no, she doesn't have C-Dash, so she can't
No, she
rush
doesn't
that.
have Dash, so.
Yeah,
Also killing this guy for the money,
I relate.
which she kinda needs. Dude, I keep getting Geosid, so I just come to this guy and kill him like 5 times for the money. So sad.
Half of my seed versus Mick was just killing that guy. So Moucheron doing some checks Connor already did. Hopefully once he gets to a bench, he'll go and check Shopkeepers, and he'll get his second Unbreakable Charm there. Queen's Garden Stag could trick him though.
Ah, I don't know. I feel like it's like trick you when you're at a higher level, if that makes sense. Where you just wanna go check. This likes immediately because you got them burned 1-2 times.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll see how much he checks here. He gets Willow's Meal. We'll see if he wants to do that gauntlet to the right. Which, again, pretty tricky with wings if you're not doing absolute full jumps.
Either way, Kanra actually finishes that boss line, so she'll get the dash as soon as she actually kills him, even though the fight's already over. And after that, I wonder what she does, honestly, because dash doesn't immediately get her anything, thinking about it. She already got into... Well, I mean, it gets his right side... No. She already had right side with wings, and I don't think the shit skill's gonna be in logic even without dash and Nixie.
She might
So,
just do really quick checks at Thorn and Acid, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder when she checks Raps or, you know, the green path hashtag. Either way, Moucheron actually gets the gauntlet you were talking about.
I wonder if she'll check Soul Catcher. Oh
I mean,
yes.
she might share skip. Doesn't look like she actually will though. Is she do it? Does she have a spell? Yeah, but it's not
No.
a good spell. Is she
No,
doing dash welders
she's doing
for
dash
the
welder.
content? Dude, you love to see the content.
Is this
The
resting?
thing is,
Oh.
I don't know how far ahead she is. To do
Where was
this.
Resting Ground Stag?
I completely missed it, so I can't tell you.
Simple key. So he can't get to City from here, but he can do a couple checks in Resting Grounds. Again, that Shopkeeper's Key is holding a goal for him. And Connor's showing off this absurd Balder killing, where you have to wait for the perfect moment that the Balder is spitting and dash the perfect distance and get a slash at the end. And you can see just from this how difficult it actually is to pull off.
I completely skipped missed essence, but there's Isthmus at 548 at the very least. She finds a simple
She
key.
gets it. Yeah,
Grab
different.
stung, but I don't think that's on the board. And another egg. Okay, so aside from Isthmus, it looks pretty useless. And yeah, Kanra gets the
QG.
pretty hard thing.
Why are we in QG? Deepnest or something? Spore
I
Shroom
mean,
to
you can
Deepnest?
do Deepnest grabs, I guess, but I'm not sure I would recommend it.
Yeah, it's painful. I guess Spore Shroom
Yeah,
to
at the very
Deepnest.
least you
Yeah.
can get that.
It surprises me a little bit. It also surprises me Moucheron in almost the same location buying Grimchild with Connor decided to forgo.
I mean, I'm still surprised that Moucheron hasn't gotten full cannon grabs. I guess he just doesn't know you can do the assets.
I would guess he doesn't know about dash wings to get through crossroads into fucking.
Dude, this Petra is completely broken. Okay, there she goes.
Yeah. Rate's probably the best spell. You could argue that BS is better, but I tend to like rates for that arena.
Yeah, for that arena especially. Petras are really annoying if you don't have an upward spell.
Yeah. A spell other than die, basically. It looks like Moucheron's gonna basically follow Conra here. We'll see which way he decides to go.
I mean, there's not much you can do up there, right? There's only
Yeah,
like
but he could go to the-
forward
You could go to the right the first way Connor went or the way that Connor's going now. Oh,
Or-
Connor with content.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so hard with rates. Like, ridiculously
Yeah.
hard.
Especially without Claw. With Claw, she would have made it.
Yeah.
Either way, it looks like she'll try again.
Oh, I didn't even know those guys respawn.
Yeah, the small ones respawn and are annoying for Flower Quest. And looks like Moucheron is actually taking over Ground Mount, which Karma skip.
This is so hard. Dude.
Oh, she makes it.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty hard.
Dude, that's absurd.
Yeah.
We'll see if she's paid off. Is Check Love Key a goal? Oh yeah, it is. That's why she's here. Okay.
Oh, it makes sense.
That makes
actually.
sense then, yeah.
I am
completely
completely blind and didn't realize. But...
Same.
oh, it's on night too, so that's progress towards that. And now she just stunks in the asset.
Yeah, it'll respawn you on the left side. Yeah.
I
That
wonder
makes
what
sense why
Moucheron
she's
thinks
here.
of this. Actually, I don't know if she thinks. Pronouns. If he thinks that Kanra got Ismas or something. I don't know how informed he is about the fact that you can do that.
Yeah, I honestly forgot that you could do that with air stall dash
Yeah, same.
wings.
I thought you needed crystal dash, not just dash.
These are insomnia questions. And a dreamer for Connor.
Either way. Is she actually? Yeah, she's going to Deepnest. Do you think she'll do Deepnest grubs?
No, I think
Because
she'll
that
just get the
requires
hot
time.
spring bench. Like, she'll get the 2 grubs
Yeah.
here, and then she'll just get the hot or the 1 grub here and get the hot spring.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, this skin is JoJo. Again, for entering the tournament, and for every match you win in the tournament, you get 1 free skin. And I assume one that Connor chose was JoJo?
Yeah,
Question mark.
it was. She had a hard time deciding actually, but. And I believe this skin is made by Lazy Cat, not Poppy, even though Poppy is the person we're talking to for the tournament. Anyway, yeah, looks like Kanra is going all the way down to the hot springs. I mean, all Moucheron doing another fungal visit. I wonder if he'll do Mantis Claw, maybe even Mantis Claw, honestly.
Possible with wings, yeah.
If we try to think about like progression from the ECC on this, like I don't know where it's supposed to be thinking about. We've seen a lot of things.
Oh, they have wings dash, right? Like and
Yeah,
C
but they
dash
don't
and
have a
logic.
way into city. So like
Yeah,
the
that's
only
true.
right side stack we've seen is he. Well, I mean, I don't know if climbing up from Hidden Stations in Logic with wings.
Not with wings, no.
Yeah. So then that's also not a way, and crossing rounds we don't have dive. So
Yeah, that's true. We're actually pretty restricted in terms of stuff we can check. They have glowing woman logic.
yeah, they do actually.
So they have dash wing or C dash wings. Yeah, Nosk's a goal. We can't get to Nosk right now without Claw. There's part of that little maze that you have to run through where you
Well, and
absolutely
Kanra will
require
have
to have
a
Claw.
stack. That will
Yeah,
quite
this
possibly
could
get
help her
her
a
to
lot.
dash. And the goals and Moucheron is good enough presumably because he's unaware that he's actually putting them off.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Moucheron checking shopkeepers. Like, that'll get him a free goal. Connor checking
Yeah.
green pet stack will get her 2 free goals. Just takes a little bit of
He's
time to
actually
collect the growth.
putting that off.
Yeah, he is really putting that up. He probably forgot that he got shopkeepers at this point, I imagine.
Which will be extremely unfortunate.
Yeah.
Kanra going into archives at the very least. She'll get that bench.
Yeah, this is good
Well, I
progression
guess
toward
towards the
towards something that she can do. No white fragment. Okay. Not too relevant here.
I mean, Void Heart exists, I guess, as a check, but yeah. Not as relevant as it will be in Blackout.
Yeah, we also don't see the check Void Heart as a goal, so it's just one thing. Oh, Dream Nail. That was good, right? Yeah, that's a goal.
Yep, that's on the board.
Plus, he can actually get Nos or Galeon, excuse me. In Logic.
No, there's Darkroom.
Oh yeah, there's like one very short dark room for him. Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
yeah, it's doable, but it's by far the easiest Darkroom. Don't get me wrong. From Trampas to the easiest Darkroom in Deepnest from Trampas to Galleon, but it's still dark. And yeah, Kanra will actually get the crystal hard.
It's pretty far away from him too. Like Connor has progress toward it with Deepnest Hot Springs, but Moucheron does not. And Connor, yeah, as you said, gets C dash. Another 2 goals coming her way. Where was C dash? C dash was Green Path Stag. I think the Green Path Stag relic technically.
So with that, that's a fog cannon grab, and I believe she's missing the maze grab and the one towards shops here. She definitely got the acid one, I feel like.
She definitely has acid. She definitely has the bigger one. I don't know if she has the one towards shops or not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking now. Like, I mentioned it, but I'm not sure she's missing it, basically.
Yeah, I feel like she didn't check
shops. She has 8
shops
drops right now, so that's a fair amount, and I haven't really seen her go out of her way for drops.
She's gotten the Deepnest one, the Fog Canyon one, and the QG one. She's gonna
Anyway,
open
it
the
looks like
elevator
she'll
first.
take a small detour first for the elevator, and then do the grubs.
Yeah. So she must not have the shop grab, otherwise she'd have marked it, right? I think so.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, either way,
I
she'll
don't think you
get it
delay.
from Moucheron
Yes.
at this point. Yeah, I don't think you delayed
Yeah,
that.
she will open the elevator. Blanc.
Why do Mantis Lords? It is pretty
Oh.
slow, but
Do you think she's gonna do peak scrubs?
she can't. She needs like
Oh,
dive
right,
or
no dive.
lantern.
Yeah, I always forget the one on.
Well, she can't
Crystallized
get into
Mantis.
peaks, like, at all.
I mean, she can, right? From there?
No?
Or no? Do you need
No,
claw
you
to
need
make
claw.
from there?
Yeah, she can't get into main peaks.
Well, she can do this back tunnel with dash wings,
No, but
but
she
yeah.
can't get into there, right?
Oh,
She doesn't have dive or
oh, I'm
lantern.
so dumb. Yeah, you're right. I've been insisting so hard on it, and it's actually that's not true.
And yeah, so Kanra is going to get this last shop grub, and then I assume she'll mark it. I don't think she's missing any.
Yeah, she marks
Yeah.
it.
Cool.
So it is currently 7-2. The game ends once someone gets 13 grabs, or 13 golds rather. Does he mind if it was just 13 grabs and it was just a
New
race?
variant. 13 grubs race. I have to imagine 4 Rancid Egg is close to being in Logic, right? Like, there was one at a stag, there was one for free.
Oh, Moucheron will actually check shopkeepers.
Yeah, this could help him.
Please remember, it's
right
right there.
there.
Unbreakable strength. He might
He
not
hovered
by
over it.
shaman.
No!
Kanra's checking grabs. Okay, he buys a
Oh, he
strength.
buys it.
He marks it. That's gonna feel so bad for Kanra, who just checks Unbreakable grid.
That's so close. She's looking at the board right now, probably. Yeah. That was actually absurdly tight.
Yeah.
I don't know if she bought strength, though. She might have had to go back for it.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't think
I
she
mean, if
bought
Moucheron had bought shaman, Kanra definitely wins the race. But yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure. He can't get grubs that fast. So he's thinking of where to go in Logic. I can think of Glowing Womb. I don't really remember what stuff he has and hasn't checked, to be honest. Grimchild and Logic,
Is too
right?
hard. I will say
Oh, no,
Malik,
Grimchild.
honestly.
Mollix and Logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Grimchild's not. Hornet, I don't think we've seen from either runner. I don't think Conrad did this.
No, Kanra hasn't gotten. Well, I mean, she got the stag, but she hasn't gone to upper green pass at all, aside from that.
She's going Green Path, or, sorry, Deepnest grubs now. I expect this is just progress toward this, and she'll check the few things in Deepnest. It's a lot of work, and pretty difficult to actually get the Blast Grub and Beast Den through the Dark Rooms and through the Shade Scoop.
Yeah, the Shadeskip mostly actually thinking about it. The Shadeskip just takes so long because Rand doesn't save you there.
She could be, yeah, this is good progress toward the Grubs and Galleon, because she knows that Dreamnail is somewhere reachable, because Moucheron already has it. So getting this bench up here at Tran is close to Galleon, she can always benchboard back.
I don't think there's any soul goals. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But
and
then
Cancer,
she will still do the gauntlet for the check. I don't know because it's kind of long, honestly. But at the same time, it's not like we're on a spot where there's that many checks and logic left.
and to answer the question in chat, yeah, the bingo is just the first person to mark it. It's lockout, so Moucheron can never mark the, for example, check of free all grubs in Crossroads Fog Canyon. Connor can never mark 2 Unbreakable Charms, etc.
Looks like Kanra will follow Moucheron for a bit.
Yeah, I think she's looking
Another
for
egg.
Dreamnail
How
now.
many eggs does she have? 2.
She has
I
2, there's
wonder
one in
how
the
many eggs were in
shops.
shops, yeah.
There's one at, like, Sly. I don't know if
If
Shopkeeper's
she gets
unlocked a
another
second.
egg, that's a goal.
Yeah, she can get to 4. If she finds one more, I think. I was mentioning at the start that we should be keeping track of, like, eggs, Unbreakable Charms, and stuff like that, and, like, Palor, and then I just failed to keep track of it. It's so hard.
I kept track of failure because it's 2, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's kinda hard, you know?
This was not
Oh,
Dreamnail.
that's where Resting Round Stack was.
Where was Dreamnail?
Mantis Claw, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that feels right. Yeah, 'cause she
Either way,
got a
Moucheron
performance.
is actually going for Moloch, which is in logic now because they have one spell dice and dive.
Yeah, the reason you only see one unbreakable charm in the menu is because the menu only shows a certain subset of the charm, so like Sprint Master, Grimchild, Unbreakable Strength, stuff that we kind of deem important to know. Greed we didn't find too important, so it's not on there, just so we don't clutter it up, but Moucheron does have Unbreakable Greed as well.
It's mostly charms that like can make a difference in race times.
Yep. And another white fragment. So Moucheron probably trying to figure out where he can actually go here. He can go down here towards Spore Shroom and some checks in Deepnest, which I assume is what he's going to be doing.
Dude, is this a... What did we see? We haven't seen City Crest, right?
They don't have... Yeah, they don't have a way to get to waterways, right?
Well, if they find City Crest, it will.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, you could go through waterways if they find City Crest.
That will be some content.
You have Wraiths. Use Wraiths, they die. Oh, he used Wraiths, they die.
They did not die, Bomb. Why are you lying?
Look, they're dying now.
I still say it alive. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's Mastier for Kanra.
Oh, that's
But
right.
it's in
Wait,
Shape of Fun.
check on, right? Yeah, she'll go right there, I assume. Yep.
I want VS for unskip. Well, I'm sorry. Nearest. However, check Shape of Fun puts Kanra at 8 goals out of 13.
Oh yeah, VS would have been
then-
unskipped without claw.
If Fan is at 10 instead of at 9, at 8, sorry, it puts her at 9.
Yeah, she needs that dream now, but once Connor finds one more, like, if she finds Claw or something, it's over. And she can honestly get there without Claw, just by finding a few more random checks.
Claw doesn't get you that much on this board, also.
Gets
Crystal
you
Beast.
Nosk.
Not even, because you need dives.
Gets you Nosk, gets you CG1. It gets you Charged Lumafly. It gets you... Yeah, I guess only 3.
Likes, especially.
It gets you Grubs and Deepnest a lot easier, too.
Yeah. So it's good still, but it's not quite a claw board, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not really a Claw board. Connor just has enough goals where Claw is probably enough to put her over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dive's actually pretty good on this board. I don't know. I kind of like this board. It's not too heavily anything, you know?
Listen, dive gets you so much stuff, actually.
That gets you what? Fluke Marm, Allgrubs.
Fluke Mar, Fluke Hermit,
Oh, Rancid Egg for
our
Connor.
Roller Bag.
Didn't you call this Rancid Egg?
Yep, I did. That's that good. Oh, she can't afford this egg. Is there another egg?
She'll check.
We
I'm sure
require
if
the egg.
If there's not another egg, my guess she'll just get the Geo. I remember
I mean,
Sly
yeah.
was bad with Shopkeepers. No, still bad. Salubra? Question mark. Oh, she checks Salubra as well.
Oh, she
Panada.
just checks Salubra, yeah. It's less Leg Eater. Please, Leg Eater, save us. Give us a cheap egg. Nope.
I mean, she could always shade
That's
skip over to
really
City
bad
and sell the
performance.
Lem too. Like, and that gives her
Yeah,
a lot of
like-
goals and checks.
This ambulance just actual buy, so that's actually grabs and Deepnest pretty easily.
You say easily, like that shade skip is easy.
The Dark Room is... Oh, yeah, the Shade Skip still exists. Dude, I keep forgetting the Shade Skip exists.
It's rough. It could be pretty cool to see.
It's not that hard, it just takes a lot of time.
Moucheron does not know that he can't get to Nusk. It would appear. Or he got
He will
clawed.
be extremely disappointed. No, he doesn't have claw.
We entirely missed it.
Very heavily disappointed. Yup. Big wall.
Big wall. Big wall cannot climb.
But it looks like Kanra's actually setting up the Shade Skip. Or at the very least checking the entrance tag, but if she comes all the way here, maybe she'll actually get progress towards the grubs.
I imagine that's why she's here.
I mean, I don't know, it's
I
a
don't-
lot of time, like you said, but
I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
she went all this way for one check. Like, she could have shade skipped if she just wanted to be doing checks
Oh,
right
the
now.
fun nail art. Out of 2.
Yep, that's progress.
Seasonally loud, you love to say it.
Yeah, she has. There's no way she'd be going up here unless she's shade skipping, right? She has
Yeah.
to be going for it.
No reason to actually go up if you don't shade skip.
Moucheron, meanwhile, again following Kanra's footsteps, he's going to be going toward Tram Pass, presumably, and find Ismas here.
Does this mask get him anything right now though? I feel like everything that needed this mask has already been done.
Gets him at least one check in Fog Canyon.
Wait.
Gets him Shape of Undone too,
Wait.
but doesn't really help him because Connor's checked both of those things.
Yep.
And yeah, in chat I see talking about Black Egg. Black Egg's not in Logic because Dirtmouth Well isn't in Logic with Claw. Oh, the Simple Key Basin's in Logic though. That's what's really important.
I've been kinda just not mentioning that because it's so long, I don't know. I feel like we'll be... I don't know.
With C-Dash? I don't mind it with C-Dash. Like, it's pretty quick, in my opinion. Compared to, like, what Moucheron's doing right now.
I mean, yeah,
Like, going
yes.
all the way up to Tram Pass bench, and then doing this arena.
It's just
Lock
that
it up.
then you're kinda isolating Broken Vessel, basically. Unless you wanna do Broken Vessel with Wraiths, which, like, no.
Does Lockout have rules for timing ties? The only rule we have related to that, if I understand the question, is at 3 hours we just stop. So if we get to 3 hours and no one's at 13, whoever's ahead wins, and if they're both at like 12 goals, say, they just tie. So you can tie in this.
Then again, I don't think this is gonna go to 13 to 3
Oh
hours.
yeah, not this race. I mean, they're gonna find Claw before 3 hours, certainly. And once they find Claw and dive, like, almost everything's in Logic. Connor has to
Yeah,
kill
dive
this guy
gets
again.
you so much, honestly.
Say again?
I still want to say dive gets you so much. Like I already said it, but I want to say it again because it's actually so strong.
I agree it's strong, but I think that's also because, like, we have all the rest of the movement. We've marked all those easy goals. I don't think this board's, like, super dive heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice shade skip by Conrad. There's still more to do,
Now she
though.
just has to actually go through the 10, which is not easy.
Oh
If you're
no,
watching
this guy
100%
trolls.
run.
This
She
guy's
makes it
actually
up.
being a bully. Yeah, that was impressive. That guy started going back down, too.
None of this in Logic, obviously, but you know, she's already here, she may as well
There's no
check
way
stuff.
this isn't Logic.
Another egg.
What do you mean you don't know if this is
Oh, she
Logic?
matched the eggs, of course. I didn't see, I don't know, I said it's definitely not.
Oh, okay.
Now she needs to shade skip again? Oh no. Well, I mean, she got the goal out of the egg, but... Oh no, she can just hazard respawn, dude, she's so smart.
Yeah, I have no idea what she just did, but it seems to have worked.
And freezer grab, you love to see it. We'll get the
So
bench, so she doesn't have to shade skip again.
That
once she
is
actually
four.
gets claw.
That's 4 grubs for her. The last one in Dark Deepnest. Still not in Logic without Lantern, but definitely easier than the insane shade skip she just did.
And Moucheron actually did the dark room. I completely missed that because I was watching Kanra, but
Insane.
he'll
yeah, you can
manage
get
to
Galleon.
get Galleon then.
Yeah, that's cool. Because that's something
He'll get
Connor had
locked out of
progress.
Deepnest grabs though. Well, I don't know if
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
even go for them.
I don't know if he'll go. He'll get locked out very early. But yeah, it's something that Connor had progress toward with that Tram Pass bench, so it's good for him to be doing this. Especially if Connor finds 3 mil.
Yeah, Kanra has same 3 mils, so it's not like she left on it, but...
He's at 1 HP though. Oh, he jumps.
Nope, he's at 0 HP.
Yeah, if Galleon has all 3 of those scythes out, he's actually very low health, so that was close by Moucheron.
Dude, I literally don't know how to do this dark room backwards, but Kanra seems really confident on it, taking into
Yeah,
account that she
I don't know where
just
Connor
breezes
is.
through. At the grab.
Oh,
And that's 5 deepness possibly.
the more you know.
Should also check Weaver's thing, which is honestly really dense. It's like 3 checks and very close together. The
Yeah,
most annoying
if you-
part is this spitter here, which she gets past pretty nicely actually.
If you can get to all of them, it's pretty good.
Express, not on this board.
She does not have
Yeah, yeah,
VS,
true.
right? This is kind of tough. She has to go over twice. Oh no, she
Yeah.
has C-dash wings.
No, she
can
has
do it.
wings, yeah. And wraiths.
Yeah, so she can C-dash rates and then wings.
Or just do that.
Or just Y C-dash,
It's a bad skill, you know?
clearly. Kanra is showing off all the wings only pogos.
Hive blood. Okay, so nothing in Weavers. Kind of unfortunate.
Moucheron gets scaling on his second try.
Yep.
And marks it.
So it's 10 to 4, right? Unless I'm bad at counting, which I know I am, but I am pretty
I
sure
see
it's still
10 to 4. But I also did math wrong earlier, so I'm not risking it.
Kanra getting jump scared and falls all the way down. Unfortunate. That's the bad part of Dark Deepness, you can just get jump scared really easily.
And you
Is
respawn like
Moucheron
so far
doing...
back.
Dude, is he doing Umu slash the challenge? Or is he just going up here?
I'm assuming he's just doing the one check in logic up here.
Kanra fell again and just resets the room.
Yeah, that's fair.
Looks like she'll... Oh, I thought she was gonna farm soul, but it looks like I'm wrong.
Dream Nail's very nice here, because you can just Dream Nail this devout for all the soul you want.
Yeah, but she doesn't have Dream Nail, and
Yeah,
the
I know.
Devout is mean to her, so she'll unfortunately die. Mean Devout is mean.
The sad part is you actually heard her nail hit the devout's nail, so it like should have parried, but she still gets
Yeah.
hit by it.
It's a good game, you know?
Great
Is
game.
Moucheron doing the shade skip? Yeah, okay. So we'll actually start seeing right side here, which is not in logic, but at this point, it's been 46 minutes and we haven't seen any of right side, which is kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised that no one tried the shade
And
skip.
again, yeah, but if you think about it, actually, whatever is in logic gets a lot of checks, right? Because, well, I mean, I can assume in logic is live at this point because of the wrestling round tag. And then that will get you whatever what we've been talking about.
Yeah, but it could also be like City Storms or King Station's tag or something, and then you're still out of checks for a while.
Yeah, this is true. Anyway, Moucheron will check the progression egg.
You love to see it.
It's Vengeful Spirit. You know, progression egg is always progression.
That's a goal.
Yep, he marks it.
And it's like Grim and Logic, which is more important. I mean, this Vengeful Spirit wasn't in Logic anyway. We're probably not going to see what was intended progression at this point.
Yeah, unless it's the simple key, we probably won't.
That's true. 45 minutes still no city. Yep. Don't go up here, buddy. You already have this. Alright, we're just hitting the elevator, I guess. Or the ladder.
He's just Russian, which is fair. He has a simple key, so
yeah.
he
And
can
he's
check
already
the
been
amount of things in waterways.
He's been to resting ground, so he has no reason to go there.
God, tuner, I definitely got baited.
That's not logic. That's not progression, I mean. I'm
No.
upset.
I definitely thought it was gonna be, but it turns out it's not. Where is she going? We don't have tram, right? Oh, is she just doing infection pogo? Makes sense.
Yeah, so
looks like
that's
Kanra's also gonna go to the right side. She's tired of trying to follow this Sid.
As is
Have we seen
Moucheron.
Baldur Shell actually?
No. I want to say no.
Oh
But
wait, we
that's
don't
not
have yes.
in logic, right? We don't have any boulder
Yeah, we
killing.
don't have yes. I just remember Baldur's dying, but it was
Yeah,
not.
Kanra-
It was spell, it was Slash, which is definitely not in logic.
Kanra could catch up if she doesn't do this arena, by the way.
Yeah.
Probably will
I wonder
catch
if
up
she'll
too.
check what's his name? Dreamnail, like Dreamnail check, because thinking about it, we haven't seen that, right?
Yeah, that's very possible.
That's probably progression thinking about it.
And
We
Glowing
have
Womb.
Resting Man Stag.
Glowing Womb's been in there for forever.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Glowing Womb's in like just wings though, because you need to pogo.
With wings? I don't think you need a pogo with wings. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
Because you can do the spike pogo without wings, so I assume you can do...
I think you need to pogo on the next room some infection, but I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a random man question. And they're very close to each other. Moucheron just at 1 HP here. We'll see if Kanra goes up to the arena.
Looks like it, yeah. so she'll chase right
Yeah.
after him.
Yeah, I mean, she knows she's behind him too, because she saw that VS at Blue Lake, and she probably assumes that's the one that Moucheron just found.
So I guess Moucheron is the screen to watch right now.
Kanra is breezing through the arena though. Like, this is insane.
I might actually be wrong, and Kanra's still the screen to watch in a second. I was gonna switch audio because Moucheron is technically ahead on checks right now, but I don't think I need to.
Another simple key. That's our third, right? Because Connor found a different one than Moucheron.
Yeah. So Pleasure House might be a thing, except the entirety of this place isn't in logic yet, so it's really hard to tell what might be a thing, but still.
Yeah, we don't have dive. There's a lot of stuff now that they are right side. So like they could go into City Store.
Pleasure House.
They can go into Kingdom's Edge. They can go into part of Waterways. They can do like rafters needing above Lem.
Oh, City Crest was against that actually. I know I mentioned that as possible progression, but it turns out it was already in right side.
We'll see if Connor checks Pleasure House. She has 2 simple keys as well. Or she has 3. Oh, she probably found the one that Moucheron found earlier, wherever that was.
I think it was up on the station just now.
Yeah, I know, but there was one earlier, because they found different ones at the start.
Oh, I don't know about the start anymore, don't gonna lie. Short term
Yeah, I don't
anymore.
remember.
Anyway, it looks like Kanra will actually be chasing behind Moucheron for a bit.
Yep.
He's gonna be checking rafters probably. And the egg in like above Lamb.
Yeah. I like this play in checking rafters in the egg first, because you can always do waterways right after, but if you go down to waterways, you're gonna get yourself stuck down there. Connor catching up to him with some smart C dashes, and just good movement overall, honestly.
I mean, expected, but at the same time, impressive.
Yeah, worth mentioning.
Helmet.
We'll talk to Lamb. Is there anything else in shoves that was relevant? I mean, you talked to Lamb either way, obviously, but I'm trying to think if we're trying to get Geo for something.
I didn't
Because
see
Kanra doesn't have
long
her shade right now, so I don't know how much Geo she lost. And she's definitely not going back for that shade.
Where is her shade?
Weaver stand. Well,
Oh,
the big
yeah,
room
no.
technically because the devout was meme.
It can stay there.
Yeah, she's definitely not going back for that.
So Moucheron looks like he's gonna go up toward storerooms. You could go storerooms or waterways here.
Yeah, Kanra's ahead though. I think she's actually straight up ahead here because she didn't sell to Lamb. I wonder if she'll continue going up.
They're like right next to each other.
Yeah, looks like she doesn't go up. Looks like she's presumably going to waterways.
Yeah, a bit of a route divergence. She could always go up and around again after Lem, but I assume, yeah, she's gonna go down to waterways here. This is not the right way, Moucheron. You have to go to the right here, because this is gonna be claw locked to his left.
Maybe he just wants to defy the full storm.
Understandable.
Then he finds out that he needs claw and backs right out to do another fight. Another running lag for Kanra. That's 2 running lags in a row. You love to see it, lads. Yeah, she'll continue checking. She hasn't checked. Yeah, she doesn't have Dream Mill. She'll probably get Dream Mill here actually. I assume she goes from. Has an MR too, so I assume she goes from Waterways into Fungal, which is by far the best way to check right
That was so
Fungal.
clean.
And then that right Fungal right here into Dream Mill.
Yeah, so she can go back down here now. She did that mask first because she had those fluke things following her, and she could pogo up. That was a really nice pogo with the wings, by the way. You need to pogo that thing 3 times. Doesn't have anything else to pogo, unfortunately.
Looks like she doesn't go into right Fungal though.
Oh, they have Elegant Key, apparently.
Yeah, they found
completely
it on. I think it was the. I don't remember anymore actually.
Yeah, I don't
I just
know.
want to say the any person journal, but I think I'm confused instead.
Kanra going to the right here. I don't know which is better for checks, but Kingdom's Edge seems pretty good. Although it looks like he just wanted that one grub, question mark.
Oh, Kingdom's Edge doesn't get you that much without dive though, that's the thing.
I mean, you can
Or
go all the way
call.
up to Kalo.
Yeah,
And you
you
have
get
Isma's.
Hornet, you get the King's Idol, and you get to see Colo, I guess. And to see Dash Lash, I guess.
And Accurate
But
Egg.
dive gets you a lot more, basically, so it feels kinda bad. Maybe Wish is farming grubs for something. I don't remember what was it grubs anymore.
Relic above Kings was Elegant Key. Oh, okay. Dreamgate for Moucheron. No Dream Nail for Conra. Yeah, I don't know what she's farming for at Grubs. We missed like the first. No, I thought we saw Grubs.
We saw grubs twice, yeah, and I think we called
Oh, there
that
was
like a
like
Screen
died
Master
at
raid.
like 23 or something. Obnoxious.
Dude, that's actually in logic, dude.
Yeah, that might be there. That's so bad.
That's actually probably in logic with hidden station stag and oh my god, if that's the progression
Oh,
of so
Shriek.
obnoxious.
Shriek's a
Yeah, that's
goal,
a
right?
cool.
Yeah. Moucheron's getting his random checks here. With Dream Nail, Shriek, VS, and the Unbreakable. And Sprint Master.
Dude, the problem is that when you actually want grubs, grubs don't exist in this game. Boy, it's hard for Moucheron straight up.
Of course. Weird Seed. Not like terribly difficult because you have wings from the very start, but the logic is getting
The logic
pretty
is fucked up.
slim, yeah. She's bet to so she's just gonna get this grub here. Yeah, I think she's just grub farming for dive.
Yeah.
I
Did you know?
vaguely remember seeing dive at like some ungodly amount of grubs. I just assumed it would never come to that. But
Yeah,
here
chat
we
says
are.
22 grubs.
22, okay. That was close.
And you know, she's at 10. Fluke Hermit, Fluke Marm, that's 12. So that's not bad, honestly. Can you do? Yeah, you do CG1 too. You want your peak. So, dive will actually win her the game.
You could do Elder Bug Flower Quest too if you wanted.
You can, but do you wanna?
No.
I mean, it might be faster than CG1, honestly, but still, do you wanna?
I doubt it. You have to shut up the shade skip too.
Tried. Yeah, never mind. It's not even faster.
Yeah. It's just a flex. Which honestly, I'd respect. Accurate, what is this Grubberfly's elegy that Moucheron just found put in logic?
It puts Baldur's on logic, I guess. But he already has PS, so.
No, that's not what I was thinking. Come on, Accurate. I guess they don't have
Oh,
dive in
the chest.
Yeah, this stupid chest.
Dude, it's so good. How can you call it stupid? Also, Kanra just got a very weird thing where she got random hazard respawn. Dude, it's such a good skip. How can you call it stupid? It's great.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's super dumb, but that's the point, you know? For reference, for people who don't play random, don't know what we're talking about. There is a skip in Crystal Peaks, right next to the chest, where the point is that you die, and then you have to pogo your shade, but your shade doesn't come over to you. But you have Grab Facility, you can attack it through the wall with the laser that pops up, and then the shade is aggroed. And it's the one skip that actually requires Scarflies.
You say for people that don't play Rando, as if people that do play Rando know what that is.
If you play Rando, you are legally obliged to know every single
No.
skip in the game.
What? Conrad going into the wall without claw. Actually cheating. Moucheron's gonna try this Pogo, I assume. It looks like he was trying it with the first guy. You can also lure these guys over. This is just slower because you have to go around.
Yeah, it's much easier though.
Yep.
Looks like he's gonna try on the right side, which can get out of hand pretty quickly, honestly.
Yeah.
It's technically easier, but it also, like, if it goes wrong, it goes very wrong.
Yeah, I don't even know if I consider this easier, to be honest. He
Looks
gets
like
2, which is actually really nice.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna stop
They
each
bump
other.
into each other and then go down, yeah. That was pretty
Yeah.
nice. And yeah, Kanra's still continuing her quest for grabs. She has 23 according to her tracker. So she'll actually come here and get dive.
Wait, was it 23? I'll be so
I
happy.
don't know, she has 23 on her tracker though. So
Look,
that's
chat
definitely
said
enough.
22.
Well,
Just
I mean,
saying.
one grab doesn't matter, bro.
It does to me because I said 23.
I can't believe Palm just wants to
Chat
buy
doesn't know
22
better.
for a steal,
Oh, it was 23. I believe.
23 for the Sundar.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Palm is actually right.
Wow.
Probably the first time of his life, SMH.
Chat said 22 to 23. Yeah, but I said 23.
Either way, yeah, Kanra probably is gonna beeline for the CU1 goal at the very least.
She should be able to win unless Moucheron just randomly finds. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can go down here to basin. He'd have to randomly find dive like right now.
Which is heavy doubt.
Yes.
So especially since like we've seen basin aside from the payload. Well, and the fountain, I guess.
And 3K, yeah.
Looks like Kanra's not gonna actually rush though, she's still gonna
Storerooms.
get a couple random checks.
Dude, that storerooms might have been intended access to storerooms.
Please stop this. No, if you get dive, you just go from what's the name? Resting rounds. Since resting rounds tag is found. I don't know what that says.
Oh, that's
Muscle
true.
cloak, shade cloak, okay.
Sure, we'll take it for 3K.
I mean, might as well, we've already checked the bishop. But yeah, Kanra doing the spectacle here.
Yep.
Not free, but manageable with dash. It's very bad with only a stall though. Like, very bad.
It's pretty free for Kanra, not gonna lie.
And she'll just... Do you think she gets solid grabs here? But you have to do the dark room, which is really annoying.
Maybe.
And if she's really at 10,
It's slow.
I'm starting
like,
to
it's...
doubt if you can do full Kermit with just
You
wings.
can't. You need claw.
Oh,
But
okay.
you can do Fluke Marm very quick. You can do CG1 very quick. And it's either all grubs here or Elderbug. Both are possible.
Okay. CU1 will go down, definitely. That's an oh, she doesn't have Dreaming, never mind. Like, I was gonna say that she doesn't even bother with
Yeah, that's true. She never found her.
Let's just for that counter glitches.
Very clean CG1
Oh wait, but she
fight,
just...
though.
Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. I was gonna say that the goal is CG2, but it is very much not CG2.
Which would be possible. Just ugly.
Yeah, she will get it, but, you know. No need to do it.
Yeah, it looks like she's going grubs here. She can also just find like a nail art or long nail or market pride or something.
Yeah, that's why she's still doing checks.
Yep.
Like, there's a fair amount of things that still get you goals. If you find it randomly, but otherwise, she's just getting progression towards a static goal, which is nice.
Oh no, that's unbelievable. Never mind. I was excited.
Yes, another grab, hits the lever. She's missing the one in Crystallized Mount and the one in Howlness Crown, as far as I know. Oh, and also the one next to Crystal Heart.
Yeah, she's saved 1, 2, 3, I think.
4. Right? The Mimic one, the Crusher's Grab, the...
Flight Tunnel.
Yeah, and this one. That she just got, so that's 4. Looks like she hasn't continued though, she just gets the progress, which is respectable, honestly.
Oh, I might be delayed from you. I think that's what's happening. That's why
Maybe.
I'm counting 1, sure.
Yeah, it looks like she's going for Flukmar at the very least here.
Yeah, Flukemar makes a lot of sense. It's probably the fastest goal she can get with dive. CG1 might be a little faster, but they're around the same time frame.
Yeah, she already got CU1, so
Yeah,
probably
she doesn't.
next week's one. And then
She doesn't need more checks to win. She can get Flukemar and then either all grubs or Elder.
I think she does all grabs as much as that Dark Room sucks. Actually, I don't know, dude. The Dark Room is really bad, but the Elder Bag requires a shade skip. Which is not a bad shade skip, but like, you are shade skip, and still it takes a while.
The Darkroom's not terrible with wings. You can kind of see where you're landing.
I respectfully disagree.
Rando 2 disagrees with you.
Yeah, that's why we don't play Random 2 anymore.
Moucheron checking Accurate Egg after Accurate is named.
There's too many Accurate eggs in Team Usage.
There's only one, it's this one. This is Accurate.
No, and then there's also the one on Dive. I don't know what it's called.
That's not Accurate. You just said
I also
don't know
forgot that in a race. And it was void hard.
We can't just call everything you forget in a race Accurate Egg. We have all eggs accurate.
We can also call it Accurate Root, where yes, this is true.
Accurate root I respect.
I hate Kingdom Size so much. Fake area. Either way, Foot I'm actually going down pretty nicely, I would say.
Yeah.
Despite going getting out of control, but raids and a fair amount of skill makes it manageable.
Rates
and that's a goal mark.
That's what it is in Logic, it's rates and skill.
I mean, it's rates and dive.
Yeah, dive rates actually. Dive rates Fluke Marm one of the harder things you can do in Easy Logic, as well as D-Dark Fluke Marm, which we saw required yesterday.
A King Saddle in color 1, and basically Death in color 2, oh my lord. Moucheron doesn't know what to do. Yes or no? This says to say no. Do you think Moucheron thinks that's the dive Kanra got?
It's possible. It took her a long time to get dive. Like 23 grubs is a ways. Seems kind of one-sided. Yeah, Kanra can do another goal. It looks like she's going to go for all grub C peaks, and then it should be 13-6, maybe a 13-7 if Moucheron finds some random item. If he goes for this, though, yeah, okay. It's gonna... Kanra's probably going to get all the grubs before he can finish Colo 2 anyway. This is 5. So she has Darkroom and... Darkroom and C-Dash, right?
Yep.
Elderbug Flower is available. It requires a Shade Skip, and Kanra has Infection, and she doesn't have Shade Soul or Shade Cloak, so this is definitely preferable. She doesn't have King Soul, right? No, she only has half. So even that wouldn't help her.
I honestly don't think there's much shell shades, honestly. Like, the Darkroom sucks, and obviously Dark Lantern would be nice, but, you know.
Moucheron got low here quick. He's surviving. I just like looked back over, he was at 1 HP. Like, oh.
Colo 2 kinda sucks, dude.
Colo 2 Clawless is rough. Like, really rough. He also doesn't have any nail upgrades, as far as I know.
He does have a strength, but yeah.
Respect to Moucheron, by the way.
Strength is not an upgrade. It's pretty much just nail 1, if you're a nail 0.
Something we didn't really mention is I at least haven't seen Moucheron play before, so I didn't know what to expect here. But getting 6 goals versus Kanra is definitely respectable. Like, he played well.
Yep. We're sick too. Where, you know,
Except
we ended up getting 23 grabs for a dive, so we could actually finish.
Dive was at Colo 2. And the King's Idol, yeah. That too.
But yeah, Kanra just needs to bogo here a couple times, get all the way up right for the grab, and she'll win. Punk.
Punk.
Hey, that's the sound of victory, you know?
Yep. And that's 13-6 for Kanra, so GG.
Yes, that's still here. GG.
You gotta mark winner, my friend.
Yep. I am marking her as stone.
Well
and
done.
I'm marking Moucheron 2 as stone. They should get invited into here for an interview if they want momentarily.
Yep. It's up to them. Of course, the interview afterward, completely optional.
Hello.
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 How does that set feel?
I'm just, like, as always, the unluckiest person on Earth, apparently.
What does it? Fucking 23 grabs right dive.
I mean, that was just me being unlucky. That could have ended so soon. But I was, like, always just missing the one important thing that I knew. Like a dream nail. Where is dream nail? Honestly.
Mantis Claw.
No, okay, yeah. Like, see, I just
Also,
avoided like that one
Sprinter.
chick, and it just all like lasted way longer than it had to because of that.
There's another copy somewhere in the storerooms, I feel like, but I'm not completely sure.
It was honestly just very stressful. That didn't need to last as long as it did.
I mean, we saw what he had too. Like, neither of you ever had claw, and he never had dive. So, from our
Yeah,
point
but
of
I
view,
mean, I
was...
farmed grubs for dive, and
Yeah, I know.
There was also a
oh,
lockout
where
in
the
it,
actual
unbreakable
dive
charms.
was. I don't know what Peak's Axis was. I don't know if there is like Mantis Claw
I don't
anywhere.
know what the logic is. I have no idea what the logic is, honestly.
I also just
Did
got
you...
like annoyed after the bout in the dark Deepnest room. Just refused to move out of the way, and so did the spider on the left side. That just
Yeah.
like kind of ruined it for me.
It was kinda mean. But yeah, you don't have the spoiler logo on, right? So we
No.
can't know what was unfortunate. I don't know what progression was supposed to be here, dude. I am extremely lost.
Yeah, I can only
It's
think of glowing.
probably... It could be like, yeah, Glowing Womb or Stagnest. I can check Stagnest.
Sure. Is Glowing in logic with his wings and C-dash? I thought it needed claw, I didn't see.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. To be fair,
mean,
I
if-
skipped a few things. Maybe Boulder Show was something? I never
You
went
didn't
there.
have boulder killing.
Shadi
had
is currently
Gears.
providing the logic, which is terrible.
I
Whoa!
was checking the not spoil log, I'm checking the
Magnus, yeah.
the Stagnest.
Go for it. It's gonna be delayed on stream though. Dude, this is so bad.
I want to see logic.
Yeah, it's just always, I feel like it's always just Dreamnail that refuses to like exist for me. Like it feels like in my seed, just Dreamnail doesn't exist. And it's like so annoying, honestly.
Dreamnail was only like 2 goals on this board, though.
Yeah. Really.
Check chat.
had
Oh,
enough. I've had
Yeah,
enough
there's
random
still logic
not
in
calls.
chat, and it's very bad.
Glade. Oh yeah, Glade. I completely forgot about Glade. Okay.
Like, no.
Catacombs. Yeah, yeah. Dive at Deepnest egg. Okay. Yeah, I just completely forgot about Glades.
It's so bad. Actually terrible logic.
Of course Dive was at the Deepnest egg. The one thing that I just got blocked
Yeah.
completely from getting. Like,
For Nitty
it
Bow,
would not move out of the way. I like tried to jump back on the ledge after the spider just persistently pushed me off and my jump just did not want to go back on the ledge, like no matter what. It's no wonder that was something important, honestly. It's just like
Random
annoying.
like that.
Yeah, the seed wasn't fun for me. As much as I should probably just say, oh, it was fun. I didn't have fun. It was just a lot of stress, honestly.
Either way, GG.
Yeah, GG.
Congratulations
Free?
on storerooms.
Oh, how did he get
I
to
think it was
storms?
the simple key. He won from Soul Sanctum. You went down to Waterways and at the same time he was going up to Sanctum.
Hmm. How did he get to city then?
The same way you did, except like literally 30 seconds earlier. That's why you got locked out of PS2.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that went wrong that seed, I don't know.
It's such a weird state when your first progression is at like Glade of Hope.
I feel like if just like one of the things that was like refusing to work would have worked, the seed wouldn't have lasted. Oh, I think I never checked Grin actually. That would
But
maybe do it.
GG.
Yeah, GG's.
The next race is at 12 my time. It is currently 5, so in 7 hours, if my math is correct. And I believe that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Hopefully you're there for the next race.
See ya.